Hello my friend, welcome to one more video right now. I'm Abdul here. Quick review of what's happening here in Brazil, mainly about economics and politics right now here. It's a kind of new section in the channel where I will weekly or each 15 days or so we'll do a overview updated, and so let's go. If you want to know a little bit more about Brazil, I think will be good. Okay, so I research a lot about politics here in my country here. I watch the news, not on the television but the internet. Okay, but in the economics, what's happening right now here? Brazil is not good. We are facing a crisis in the economy for the reasons I mentioned a lot here in the channel. I mentioned a lot of times. I'm tired of repeating the same thing, but you can watch the other videos about why Brazil's economy doesn't grow. And you will understand, because we are a rich country, we have a lot of natural resources, but why can't we be rich? You will understand the other videos. So Brazil has these, these challenges in the economy that prevent Brazil to grow in the economy. And when we have these kinds of crises, after the pandemics, for example, all the world is having high inflation and crisis, but Brazil doesn't have the same strong economy that rich countries do. So we suffer a lot here, and right now we have high interest rates. The interest rates here are up to 13% right now. And why this is happening? Because the USA raised their interest rates to up to 4 or 5%, something like this. Okay, I don't know exactly. So when the USA economy is it's the most solid economy in the world, so it's a kind of reference. And Brazil had to raise the interest rates too. So the interest rates right now are so high, and this is slow down the economy. And Brazil has this lots of challenges of bureaucracy, the entrepreneurship here, labor laws, and all things that prevent Brazil of growing when the interest rates are high, so it frees a lot the economy. When we have a crisis in the United States, they can recover themselves a lot quicker than Brazil. And why this happen? Because you have a more strong economy there, and we don't have labor laws there. You can hire and fire freely without paying really anything. So when you have crisis, you just fire everybody, and when the crisis is gone, you just hire everybody again. In Brazil, it's not that simple. It's very expensive to fire someone, so the companies here tends to think 1,000 times before hiring somebody, because it's a huge passive for the company. So when we have crisis here, Brazil takes too long to recover. Okay, because of the interest rates very high, and these other factors like the difficulty to hire and fire. Okay, it's very difficult. So this makes our cycles be usually longer than USA and rich countries. The bad cycles. Okay, okay. So we are like this right now. We are in the economy experience going down, but our stock market is going up. Okay, it's going up in this moment, but we are still in crisis. But slowly we are recovering from this. The real is appreciating a little bit right now. It was $1 was like 5.30 reais, and now is 4.9. Okay, But I repeat every time here in the channel that in the long term, the real will always depreciate in relation to the dollar, because Brazil is a much weaker economy, okay? Much weaker. And in the long term, it will always be like this, okay? So I talked about the currency, the crisis here. The stock market is, we had a little increase in the stock market lately, okay? You can go to the Google and put there IBOV stocks. That will see the stock market here in Brazil, the index. That's the Brazil index stock market. In the politics, we have here a government that is leftist and communist. That is Lula's government, and he's trying his best to increase the taxes here, and he's not achieving the fully accomplishment. He's trying hard, okay, but he conquered some. How can I say? He had success, a little bit of success. We will have a change in the taxes system. Now we will have only one tax for. It's like a unified tax right now that is called. It's like the IVA, okay? And after this taxation change, we will be one of the most highest taxation country in the world. It will be like 28% in the products, okay? So you take this 28% and you add the income, revenue, the income, the tax in the income. You take all the other tax. So we Brazil is like we pay like 78% of taxes if you take all the direct and indirect tax. So Brazil has this huge state, very big, and a huge taxation to sustain this huge state. Okay? So, one of the achievements of Lula in raising the taxes and raising the expenses, the state, is this kind of change in the taxations. But it's not the biggest problem. Lula has achieved, he changed like the laws here in Brazil, the constitution, something like this, that allows the state to spend a much more than he used to spend before Lula, okay? Because we had, before Lula, a kind of limitation in the spending, okay? Brazil can only spend until this limit here. Now Brazil can spend a lot more. So all these factors make the investors sell real desperately and depreciate the currency with the time. Because as I say here in my channel, Brazil doesn't grow because the people here has this culture of electing like leftists to the politics that always want to promise benefits and is always increasing the public expenses with the time and depreciating the currency and generating inflation. And we never really in the history focused on the private sector. That's the problem. So the next week I will bring some other news here, maybe something that I didn't said. If you have any questions, put in the comment. What do you want I comment here in the channel about Brazil? See you, bye bye.